So if you have been like trying to create a result in your life and it's taking entirely too long to get there, it's frustrating the heck out of you, I'm going to tell you the reason why you haven't hit it yet is actually because you're asking the wrong question. So bear with me on this because I'm going to talk to you about cervical mucus. I mean, I did actually just say that, cervical mucus. How does cervical mucus have anything to do with business? Well, I think it's powerful for me to just be transparent with you about this. I've been trying to get pregnant for the last year and a half, and I've had a miscarriage. I've had 2 other like false starts where I was pregnant for 3 days, 4 days, and that didn't stick. And through all of that, you can imagine that I've been doing a ton of research. I've been hiring the best of the best to figure out how can I get my body in a position that I can conceive in my 40s. And so just the other night, I was literally doing some more research, and the question I've been asking myself, which ask yourself, the question you've been asking yourself about what you're trying to create in your life, like the question I was asking myself is how do I get pregnant in my 40s and how do I overcome the things that 40-year-olds experience inside their body to be able to have a child. And basically I was taught by fertility acupuncturists, homeopathy doctors, IVF doctors, all of these different professionals, is that you have to pay attention to the dip in your basal temperature. So that's not what's important. What's important is that I've spent the last year and a half focusing on my basal temperatures and a little bit on cervical mucus. What I found out is that you're told when you have the basal temperature drop that you basically need to have had sex by that point in order to conceive a baby, because the sperm, I know too much information, only lives in your body up to 4 days. 5 would be a really big stretch, but ideally they want you to make love every day or every second day to be able to have a baby in your fertile time frame. So why this is important is because I had this aha moment and I was like, wow, so many people are asking either their coach or themselves the wrong questions, and therefore they're not getting the results that they want inside their business, and they're struggling for years and years and years. What I've realized back with the fertility piece is that I actually don't ovulate for 4 days, 4 days after I have the dip in basal temperature, which means for a year and a half, I have been missing the window. And so if you just stop and ask yourself, like, if your business isn't working or you're trying to create certain life goals in your life and it's not coming to fruition, I'm going to tell you that it's not about there's not a solution to your problem. It's that you're not asking the right questions to be able to get that solution. I have 3 bulging discs in my back. If I wasn't wearing a skirt, I could lift my legs over my head and I would show you I still have the 3 bulging discs. I was at a 90-degree angle, couldn't walk. And then I kept saying to myself, I know there's a doctor that can fix me. I know there's a doctor that can fix me without surgery. Sure enough, I got a book in the mail. I read the book. I do 2 hours of knowledge therapy over Skype and no more pain in my bulging discs. So what if there was something to this? What if either the marketing you're trying to do or the sales you're trying to do or the clarity you're trying to get in your messaging, what if it has nothing to do with the fact that it's hard to get there? What if it has to do with the fact that you're not asking the right question? That's what I'm going to propose to you. So if you're marketing, you're trying to do sales, you're trying to build a business, and it's taking entirely too slow, then what I want you to do is I want you to comment below and tell me what is the thing that you're having a challenge with and what is the question you've been asking yourself. If this is making sense to you, then what I'm going to ask you to do is do that now, because I'll go back in and I'll actually comment on your comments and I'll help you redefine the way that you're asking the question so quickly you can move that struggle into your comfort zone. What I mean by that is you can have a solution to the challenge. So with that being said, if you like what I'm sharing, please go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to this channel, because on my next video, I'm going to show you how supporting women who have supported their husbands to become wildly successful, and now they're feeling the twinge, the calling, the burn, to be able to get out in front and actually lead the cause to creating multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, huge companies that make a difference in the world. I have now showcased a bunch of female entrepreneurs and put them in the front of the running, and now they're paying off $300,000 in debt, making creating 7-figure years, $800,000 years. I don't want to do this as an income claim. I'm just saying, what if we could just give you a percentage of that? So in the next video, if you subscribe to this channel, I will send that to you, and I'll give you all the details and the steps that I've used to be able to help them clarify their message, get out from behind the computers, get out from behind the scenes, and actually lead the crusade to change the world. So, talk to you soon. Bye.